back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm just doing a plant tour of everything new in 2022. I feel like I haven't done a check out all my plants video in a while, so I thought I'd do that. I finally have all of my plants located in my room, so there's no adventuring elsewhere into the house to look at all my plants. So let's get right into it. Okay, I thought we would start in my bathroom. So this one is a little worse for wear, but this is the variegated Adansonii. I did have to do some chopping as it got some root rot, but now it is growing a few new roots, so that is good. But I did that. I chopped that up a couple weeks ago, and it's come out with these two new leaves, so it's doing a lot better. And then this is the Obliga. It's not doing great either. It's a little browning, but it's shot off this huge little shoot here, and it is finally grabbing some water roots. Here is the pickle cactus. He's just chilling. He used to be in my lizard's tank, but he's now on his own. And then a pretty basic Sansevieria snake plant, thriving in the bathroom setting. Okay, and then I just have a prayer plant. It's flowering, so it's doing so well. It's growing so nicely. I don't know how it's functioning in my bathroom, but it's thriving. Okay, and then behind me I have my Abovado Hoya. This one is, it was currently in like my moss wall for school, but it's doing great while it's here. And then I have just a philodendron red Congo. It's doing okay. It's not thriving per se, but it's not doing too bad. But a plant that is not doing well in these moss things is this Adansonii. I definitely just added the metal part to it, but there's like one leaf left in it. That's okay. Moving on up, I have my glorious philodendron gloriosum, thriving, I will say. It's put out 2 new leaves since getting it, and it's just beautiful. And then I have this little succulent here. And then here are the Adansonii chops. So these are just each one of these cuttings. They are popping out new growth. 2 new growth on that bad boy. 3 actually. So they're doing great. I was upset that I had to chop it, but not too bad. This is a variegated heart leaf. This is from Botanicas, if you guys watched my opening. 3 new leaves, very small, but they've popped out. And then this is my Harmony watermelon peperomia. Right, there we go. It's coming out with some weird leaves, but there is some variegation still. And then I have my philodendron Peru going up this wall. It's been pushing out smaller leaves, so that's why I've attached it to hopefully coax it into doing big. And then down here I have a Baltic Blue. I got this one from Walmart for super cheap. I think it was like $6 for the whole pot, but I had to separate everything because they weren't doing great. So here's one section of it. You'll see the other one later. And then I also have another little jar of just cuttings. My Brazil kind of died, so I chopped off as much as I could and I popped it in here. I think there's some other random things. Not too sure what cuttings are in there. And then I have a baby Monstera, and then I also have this little cutting. I cannot remember what it's called, but it's not pushed out new growth for like months and months, and it's finally has like one little leaf popped out, so that's super fun. And then this beautiful, oh my gosh, look at this silver sword. It's beautiful. I'm so happy about it. It's huge. Look at this, it's heavy, it's barely standing up. It's beautiful. It's my pride and joy. I love it. And then over here in the corner growing up is this Swiss cheese or Adansonii. It's popping out huge leaves, but there's this like trail of no leaves. Kind of odd, but this part's thriving, so I'm just gonna let it live its life, do its thing. And then I have a Scindapsus Moonlight over here, just kind of letting it chill, doing its own thing as well. Here is a purple something watermelon pep, I think. It's not doing great, but it's alive, living, so it is what it is. But yeah, I definitely neglected for a little bit, so I got sad, but we're getting back together. And then I do have a money tree or friendship plant over here. It's flowering. I'm so happy. I didn't even know these could do that, especially with how ugly it looks. And it's popping out flowers. It's shocking to me. A few little baby pups, but it's finally getting its life together and growing well for me. Okay, and then over here by my mirror, I have my little cactuses. They're not doing great as well. And then I have, this is my philodendron campo. Not doing great, had to cut it up, but we will get there. It kind of all died. And then I have a variegated Burr Marks, thriving, pushing out new leaves. It's beautiful. We got like a full green one. We got a half and half. Beautiful as always. And then we have a Hoya canosa, just growing up the mirror, looking great. And then up on my windowsill, this is the last of the philodendron campo. This is like the only one that survived, so I took the bottom cut, and hopefully she will come back and be okay. I have I can't remember, philodendron bipolifolium, I think it is, not too sure. And then not doing great as well, but a queen alocasia or something, I think. And then I have just my string of turtles, you can see, and I just ripped it off. It's not doing great, but it is what it is. And then this beautiful, I definitely would like it to be bigger, but every time I repot it, it just doesn't want to do it. It just kind of wants to grow from this one strain, but very good heart. And then I have a cute little moss jar over here, so that's fun. And then coming down, we have my mint ghost. Look at this new leaf. It's so fun. I just love this speckling. And then this one, oh my god, so beautiful. And then we also have another alocasia, I believe. This is a mutation, so they don't typically have this split, but doing well. Hasn't really popped out any new growth for me, but the leaf looks great. And then I have a regal shield. This one is the queen of only pushing out 3 leaves, and then that 4th one dies. So you can see I did chop it, but looking good. Definitely getting caught in this one, but it's good. And then we have a huge large form Adansonii in here, and then here's that other half of that Baltic blue. Doing well, doing cute. And then we have a alocasia gray something, not doing great, not thriving. We're just gonna jump on over. And this is a violet, used to be variegated, no longer variegated. Chinese money plant, finally popping out new growth. It used to be just like those little ones, and now it's crazy big. Ironically, I definitely had a bigger one and I gave it to my mom because it got too big, and now I think that's going to be the case for this one as well. It's my philodendron brantianum. It kind of didn't do well in the pot, so I kind of chopped it all up and just removing all the cuttings. So it's doing the best it can. I don't like the small leaves, but look how cute they are. I think that's adorable. And then jumping on over here, I have my exotica. Doing great. Finally starting to trail, which is super exciting. But look how gray these leaves are. Absolutely beautiful. And then this is Scout, my Leechion gecko tank. I don't think I've put out the video of how I made this yet. It's kind of just in my draft still, but it's not doing great on the inside as far as plants. I do have to redo some of it because I have a splendid, but I put it too close to the light, so it's dying. So I have to kind of move that, replant it, and see if I can bring it back. This is a gigas though. This is also from Botanicas. I think Scout is just too aggressive with a lot of these plants, so I definitely have to replant some of them. Here's another one of that bifolium, I think. And I have a few Hoyas attached to the wall here. My alocasia, not doing great. Crystallanium. It did great in here for a good 2 weeks, and then I think it just got too dry, so I gotta move that. The one that is doing great in here is, this totally looks like a mican to me now, but I did buy it with it being a, what do you call it? If I do remember, just because of how tiny the leaves are, I don't feel like it's that correct plant. And then I have my dubia. It's doing actually great. It keeps falling down, so like it'll attach for a little bit and get big leaves, and then it'll fall down and get small leaves again, but that's doing great. I have a butterwort in here, not doing great either. So you can tell not much is doing great. And then she definitely like poops, so that's unfortunate, but well, obviously it's like a natural thing, but there's that one. And then I have a Swiss cheese Adansonia growing up. And then I just have some like random cuttings down here, some moss, like real moss. But I definitely have to do like a rework and replant a lot of the things in here just to bring it back up to par with where I want, because there is an animal in there. Yeah, so other than the plants in the vivarium are doing great, everything else seems to be doing really well. I'm super happy with everything. I definitely am having to probably sell a good chunk of these. As you can tell, there's a lot less than there has been previously, just because I am moving across the country, and I don't know necessarily where I'm gonna go. I'm going on like a big trip overseas here in October, and I love my mother, but I don't know how well she will do taking care of all of these things. So I'm gonna have to downgrade to only probably 15 or so. So not too many, but then after that, moving across the country, I don't know how many I can bring along the way either. So just like a lot of moving coming up in the next few months. So the collection will probably change a lot, but I'm hoping to do some really cool plant tours while I'm in Europe. I feel like that'd be super fun if I can get to some of those places, as I'm just kind of backpacking through. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. If you have any tips and tricks, especially for that vivarium, if you guys have any animal planted tanks, plant tanked animals, yes, you got what I mean. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great week. Hope your summer's going well. Love ya.